drinking blood and all that shit, yo.
And circumcising the females.
Yeah.
Cutting out the clitoris from the female. How that come to relate? That spirit of those spirits not relate to you.
Exactly. And the thing about it is, when I check it, because certain things like color and shapes have certain vibrations, because them see well certain things turn them. So most of them turn to witchcraft, yo. Most of them turn to witchcraft, but really and truly, as you said, there's no power. The stronger outside of the power you have,
That's right.
So all of that are pain, yo, and all of them things are hurt you. If you people who do witchcraft, some always with their psyche, or some always are, because what? The spirit is stronger than them, yo. So they ultimately they might destroy them body while when they drink blood or you have a worship a wolf or something like that. Really and truly I destroy your body, but also a madness. Ultimately idolatry, ultimately is madness, yo.
Ultimately.
When I check it, it's madness.
That's right.
Right? You find it what speak about what you read. As in a read.
Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 10, verse 1. She preserved the firstborn father of the world that was created alone and brought him out of his fall. Wisdom of Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 13, verse 1. Surely vain are all men by nature who are ignorant of the hour of Hashem Yahushai.
Exactly, you see that? So vain by nature, yo. So they don't know the creator, yo, for they don't know how about Hashem Yahushai. Ultimately you're vain because what? He's the God of wisdom and knowledge and understanding, yo. So if you're not with that power, that means you have to lack wisdom, knowledge and understanding. So you have vain. Everything you're going to come to naught, yo. Everything we're going to do is something we're going to destroy. You want to say something?
No, man.
Go on.
And could not, out of the good things that are seen, know him that is.
Exactly, out of the good things that are seen, know him that is. Because really and truly, the sun is a wonderful creation, yo. The moon is a wonderful creation. Hey, as simple as you see the moon very bright. Hey, you ever see a full moon that are bright and dark like when you're country? I will see how the moon come up, yo. They say, yo, really and truly, the moon very bright, yo. It's a lesser light, but it's a wonderful creation. The whole fact how it even increase and decrease. It's a wonderful creation.
You can't even see a shadow of the moon.
Yeah, can. Right? The arrangement of the stars where you have them have the astrology and the whole pattern and yo, all the works of your Hashem Yahushai, yo. The certain the way how certain animals behave, yo. The certain way how certain plants behave, how certain sound do certain things, even sound itself, yo. How much different languages and all them things. That type of power you Hashem Yahushai.
The spirit, you know, the breath of Yahweh Hashem Yahushai and all things.
Right.
This is Romans 1 verse 19. Because that which may be known of the Most High is manifest in them. For the Most High have showed it unto them. For the invisible things of Him from the creation of the world are clearly seen, being understood by the things that are made,
Exactly.
even the eternal power and Godhead, so that they are without excuse.
Exactly. So once you step on this earth, what anything else you're supposed to say, yo, you have about Hashem Yahushai. Because it's perfect, yo. Darkness perfect, light perfect.
Yeah, even when you mention vibration, yo, that's the energy of Yahweh, that's the breath of Yahushai, of Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. Present itself in all things, yo. Saying that the breath, that's why I say, yo, when you say the spirit of God move across, you know, the face of the water, yo, that's the whole energy of the Most High.
Everything alive. Even we tell us, even this atoms are move with this, yo, because it's compacted, yo. You know, the way all elements, yo.
Yo, and that's why, yo, we like basically the environment where we get placed in like now, like the environment here is not the vibration of this environment I give you know, compatible
with our body.
with our body.
It can break it down.
It can.
Because the patterns are out of sync, yo. Because everything, every element is a gas, yo. If you put a certain different gases combined to make steel, that's why you have the blacksmith, them extract the minerals from the earth, yo. So as you say, everything you look on, the way how they design, the purpose of them, yo, with the spirit and power you have about Shemirasha. Then the person just sit, just wake up every morning and say, yo, Kalala you have about Shemirasha, yo.
Yeah, can.
And the person just wake up and say that naturally.
Can. Because even when I mention like the natural habitat in which it's supposed to be like, yo, when I walk, just like these concrete places, you're not supposed to be a walk on concrete all day. Our life, yo. Because something that destroy your spinal cord. You're supposed to step on grass, dirt, things where reflect a vibration to your, you know, compatible with you, yo.
Like this whole concrete jungle in there, yo.
Yeah,
we're supposed to make the trees, according to the scientists, they say, trees get oxygen, yo. I mean, say, yo, trees are a vital part of a life force, yo.
The ecosystem.
It's vital to the ecosystem. So we're in our environment with limited amount of trees, yo. That means, say, yo, your body now function as how it function because you now get enough, yo. Or even if it gets the gases, it contaminated with all of the carbon emission and all them shit, yo. Yeah, and on top of that, east side is a fly and in chemtrails. On top of that, yo.
And that destroy the minerals from out of the earth, yo.
Because our man thinks that they know more than the most. Because ultimately, that's what east side represents them and show how. Exactly. Because them feel like, alright, if this can do this, why not? The reason why the most of them make certain things certain way are because you know, say, any other combination of how you put it would have harmful to you, yo. Because people eat hard. For example, GMO. People eat GMO, but because it tastes the same, in some cases, or even smell the same, them say, we can't distinguish this different from our normal food. So therefore, there's no way it can harmful to your body, yo. But the compounds that the most time you use to make the natural food, and the compounds they use to make the GMO are two different substances, and there might be a similar results with the electronic wave for them sent to your brain, and ultimately, them components are breaking down. When they break it down,
because when they talk about GMO and them things, they like them look, so that them look the same, just like GMO cabbage. It looks like a regular a cabbage where you put some more feet. You know what I mean? And what happens is when you have a genetically modified cabbage, when you eat that, it's a difference from when you eat the organic thing, because guess what? The genetically modified one lack fiber. Then it lack fiber, then which is an essential nutrient for your colon, yo. To cleanse the colon.
Outside that, even the way like we cook certain foods, like the GMO fish and them things, yo. Heat, when they apply heat to certain mineral, you can get combustion. Basically, like anything you light and a smoke, you get combustion from it, yo. So as same as they apply heat to any other mineral, you react in a certain ways, you can be either harmful or good for your body, yo. And that when I cook them GMO food here, eat it like plastic. When I ingest plastic, you harmful to your body. So we have to get eat a hot plate of GMO food, yo.
You're gonna die. That's why the belly, like, you know, because of the fiber, the lacking of fiber in the food, you know, all those things pile up.
Yeah, you start getting digestion problem and all that. And I say, oh, this is we eat regular food.
That's how we have to eat this place. We have to, the most side have to deliver us some water here because everything is contaminated, yo.
Right here in the park.
We want to continue that.
No man, get it. Finish up? Yeah, you know.
And could not out of the good things that are seen know him that is, neither by considering the works did they acknowledge the workmaster.
When you consider the workmaster, yo, I can see this house and say, yo, I love the house and I take you over the house, but guess what? Him don't know how it build, yo. Don't know how this grand scheme build, you just up here upon earth, something before I say, look here. We know them work, now control them, and we now give blood talk to whosoever. Then just up here to know it. Big Bang Theory, whatever their religion, Buddha, whosoever they want to call Allah and all that shit, yo.
Done.
What?
So neither by considering the words that they acknowledge the word master, but deem either fire or wind or the swift air or the circle of the stars or the violent water or the lights of heaven to be the gods which govern the world.
They worship the creature more than the creator, yo. And that's weird. That's like even the Most I said to Jeremiah, say, I can't look for one rock and say, yo, and you met me, yo, when your father have sex with your mother and bring you forth. But I said, no, the father said, look here, I'm not your father. No, that's the poor you're my father. That's the war.
What a disrespect, yo.
Exactly.
Yeah,
exactly. Being, yo. Being, and that's why the Most I punish me, yo. Because that's how we do. That's how we do until he might tell me, say, my father. And I said, no, that's my father. And he might want to make it, yo. He need to when I basically get put in at the womb. You want to put it in the womb.
Done.
So how you got to tell him to look here, at this me I work with. Can't work, yo.
That's why it got to resort to not a resort, but just like what happened in Judges, when they run to the Most High, and every time they run to the Most High deliver them. And they run to the Most High at one point, and the Most High, like the Most High gets fed up on them, yo. I say you can make the gods them want to worship. Make them save on them, make them deliver on them. You know what I mean? And that's how it's going to be, you know, this time. Because the men that will be delivered are the men that will fear the true power. See your Aubash and your Shai. And who fear these gods, these white Christ, and the people who fear these image, you have got to depend on them to deliver you. Saying, and you better hope that them can deliver you, yo. You know, it's a vain hope because guess what? You see the times when you come, you better pray that them can deliver you, yo. Saying, because when martial law in the street, saying, civil unrest, famine, you better pray to those guys. You better pray to Selassie, you better pray to Cesare Bajor, King Tut, Malachi, all of them, just call on them. And the black woman too, because they have some men for the black woman of God. So they better call on them to be their savior, yo. See? Why not? Yeah.
Verse 3. With whose beauty, if they have been delighted, took them to be gods. Let them know how much better the Lord of them is.
Yeah.
For the first author of beauty had created them. But if they were astonished at their power and virtue, let them understand by them how much mightier He is that made them. For by the greatness and beauty of the creatures, proportionably, the maker of them is seen.
Exactly. You see, so the Most High portion them out, everything portion out perfectly, yo. Everything. The Most High know what to subtract and what to add, yo. What to mix and match. Right? So that shows the power of the Most High, yo. So who do have fear of God to create this whole construct of what we're living at, yo? Right? The born for our planet, I see this planet have so much marvelous and amazing things, yo. And you now consider who make it.
Yo, it's like the prayer that Esau had and the mystery of the creation. The creation is a mystery to him. Just like how, you know, I try to go to the extreme bottom of the sea, and I try to go to the depths of the outer space, and he can't breach those force, those belts. He can't, those alignment.
Our bones, you can't reach.
He's bound unhurt at a certain level. You can't go beyond where the Most High restrict him to, yo. So if certain things are mystery to him, and he's so proudful, he's going to put certain things to him.
He's mesmerized by the ocean itself.
Can.
Because the amount of, I don't remember the percentage, but a huge percentage of the ocean still not get.
That's why you have things that pop up. Like and wash up on seashores. And he start trying to find names to put it because he don't know them.
10%. All the Bermuda Triangle, yo. I think that if that east and I want to go through there, I'm too tough. Because everything I got there, so fuck you go with it, you know not to return.
And if you notice, whatsoever it's in heaven. It's like it's a similar thing on earth. You have a Bermuda Triangle and then you have black holes out in space, and don't Esau trying to fuck around the black